Back for some more of this here, these Smash replays. And normally, I don't know why I did a third match against Wario as Little Mac. I guess I just counted that one as a fluke and said, fuck it, we're gonna try one more again. Head down, pussy popping on the handstand. Stuff you gonna run into watching my Smash videos, y'all, as far as commentary goes. Eesh, I can't necessarily say this is a family-friendly show. The Nintendo NX. I ain't gonna front y'all. I'm already saving up cash to get that system when it comes out in the fall. Getting the stuff I need for my channel hasn't been as hard as I thought it would. I got a lot of it here in February. So I think the only thing I really need now is I need to buy some more USB cables and most likely a I plan on buying some wireless headphones, but I don't need them. I don't want them. So technically, I got everything I need. I just need a couple USB cables, and those are for more personal use. So technically, I got everything. No. I gotta buy a damn component cable for the PlayStation 3, so that way we can I can record videos like I'm doing here. And if that happens, then geez, we'll finally me and Fallen Heart will finally get to record our sessions of Outland, because he really likes that game. I personally don't mind it. Me and Wolf tried playing it a couple years ago, and he wasn't a fan of it, and we stopped playing it. Heard today that Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 are supposed to be making their debuts on the PlayStation 4. It's a damn shame that Resident Evil 4 has been on the PlayStation 2, the Nintendo GameCube. No wait, the Nintendo GameCube, the PlayStation. No, it did, and it ended up coming out on the PlayStation 2, and then the PlayStation 3, and now the PlayStation 4. It's like Capcom as a whole, man. I don't know how many of their games just aren't doing much of anything, but it really feels like I think those are, yeah. It really feels like they ain't doing much with their. Yeah, they're not doing much with their original ideas over there, because Mega Man is like super dead. Well, I guess Mega Man's dead because the guy who created Mega Man left, and what was it number 9 or something like that, or yeah, Mighty number 9 or whatever, like something like that. The guy who created Mega Man started so that game's supposed to be coming out later this year, and it's more or less the successor to Mega Man. And y'all, the outrage over Street Fighter 5 is super legit. Like, let me talk about that here. I've talked about this with friends and stuff, but I've never talked about it on the show. So I truly feel, and it's not that I feel. It's clearly well documented that the fact that gaming consoles, like home gaming consoles, are being geared more toward online connectivity. Like every console, like from the Wii and since last generation. Like mind you, like the PlayStation 2, the Nintendo GameCube, and the Xbox, and the first Xbox, all had online capabilities. And like even Nintendo like messed with it a little bit with the Nintendo 64, but now like I mean full on like connected, as in like having friends and doing things online and being able to use the console as like a makeshift computer, being able to browse the internet and all that. That as a whole has completely ruined the gaming industry. Let me explain. Street Fighter 5, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, let's see what else. Destiny, and Call of Duty, the Call of Duty series as a whole. Those games, mind you, I played Destiny quite a bit. Never played Street Fighter 5. Kind of want to, but I don't have a reason to. Even Smash Brothers to some degree. All of these games have really been the franchises. I finally got one.
Was that a little too easy for you, son?
Mind you, this is at a completely different stage, so I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Let's turn the voices down. The fact that these consoles are connected to the internet damn near at all times lightens the. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it really does lighten the load on developers. So with Street Fighter 5, Destiny, Smash, even when these games are in development, they can decide that, oh, we're going to release it early just because we want to have it out during this certain time and there's events coming up that we want the game featured in. And there can be problems with the game. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, that game was a solid mess when it was first released. Like I've talked about this in the Twitch rant, but on the Twitch rant, but it got to the point where with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, that game was just completely incomplete. It was totally incomplete. It released, it came out of the box with no book, no artwork. If any development company out there who makes games happens to come across this, please put booklets and stuff inside the game cases. Full color booklets. Like we know, and like given that games for like the Nintendo 64 were like $60 and $50, and they were fucking cartridges. And let's see, every Nintendo 3DS brand new game is $40. They all come with books. There's no excuse for a PlayStation 4 game to not have a booklet of some sort without it being a fucking collector's edition. That's just not acceptable. Like we act like when we buy the game, we aren't just buying it because we don't have the space on the console. We're buying it because we want the physical copy. I went out of my way I bought the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 on disc simply because I wanted the actual factual disc. That was the only reason I bought it on disc. And then to play it, it took a 7 GB download just to fix everything. That was mighty unacceptable. So with that being the case, like if the game companies didn't have the luxury of being able to issue out a patch or an update for a game, the games themselves might take longer to come out, but they would be more complete when we got them. Like with Destiny was a fairly empty game when as far as we call it the year one stuff. The game itself was fairly empty. There was a lot that there wasn't much to do, I guess, because that's where the whole Taken King thing comes into play. Is they added like a whole extra storyline to go through, more guns, all these extra features that had they just had somebody properly test it, they would have figured out that yeah, that's totally what we need to do. The game's empty. Same goes with Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 is clearly filled with glitches, and like the story mode for it is nothing. I'm guessing. I don't have to guess. I know that it's not what any of the Street Fighter fans expected. For those who don't know, I don't play Street Fighter, but I love the lore of Street Fighter. I like the way it looks. I like the game. I just don't care to play it because I'm not a frame fighter. By frame fighter, I mean I don't do well when I play games that require you to manage your combos using frames. Like I prefer games like Deadly Alliance and Armageddon because they have built-in combos, much like Killer Instinct 2013. Because they have built-in combos, and I prefer that versus like, what fits here? That doesn't fit there. That doesn't fit there. I don't care for that because I'm more of a casual fighter than anything else. Like I'll play Smash not to train or be better. I play Smash for the fun of it. So to have to play like hours upon hours as one character just to figure out what moves link up with other moves, yeah, there's no appeal in it for me. That's why I really do like the Killer Instinct, because it gives you this it makes it more accessible to people who aren't necessarily like veteran 2D fighters. And there are all kind of mechanics in the game that you can use that don't necessarily, that, you know, the average fighter might not necessarily be able to pick up on, that would appeal to like the more veteran fighters and people who, you know, look for those kind of mechanics. But you don't need them to play what the game offers you. Like you can, like, I don't play that online. I play that, I just play the computer just for the fun of it. And that's kind of it. So yeah, that's so with the Street. So mind you, again, I'm saying I don't play Street Fighter for those reasons. I would love a Street Fighter story game. For those who might remember, Shaolin Monks, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks for PlayStation 2 was heavily inspired by God of War. Heavily inspired by God of War. That and what was it? The Conquest mode in Deception was too much for me. It was too big, too sprawling, and the stuff you had to do to be in places to get stuff, I didn't care for it. And to think they were able to release that entire game on the PSP is baffling to me. And I just told myself that I was not going to bother playing it. I just wouldn't. I'm saying it because I actually have it, and it downloaded on the Vita. I just didn't know it was going to be the exact same game. Yeah, so it would be dope if the Street Fighter released a game like that. And I guess people were kind of expecting that maybe, just maybe, that's what the story mode Street Fighter 5 would, Street Fighter 5 would be. But that wasn't what it was. It was kind of like the story mode in Mortal Kombat 9. Where it's like, okay, so here's the character you played. Here's his short little storyline. Go have fun. Okay, it's over. Go play somebody else. Yeah, it just wasn't what people were expecting. I'll touch more on this in the next episode. So that means you got to come back if you want to know what else I got to say. Again, thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch up with you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.